Good morning, it's Jeannie here, and today I want to talk about catfish. And I'm not talking about the catfish you eat. I'm talking about the catfish online. What is a catfish? A catfish is a person who is fake. They're not who they say they are. And they can be very dangerous to you. And they shop all ages and they shop all genders. If you're a man looking for a beautiful woman, that catfish is a beautiful lady. And if you're a lonely woman looking for that handsome man to love, that's a catfish. If you're a child or a teenager looking for attention or just playing on the internet or something, now that catfish is different because they're looking for children to do what they do with children. So catfish can be very dangerous. Either they want your money or they want your sex or they want to sell you for sex. So you always have to be careful. But I am not going to spend my time today talking about child trafficking. I'm going to talk about what takes place in my life, okay? But you know, when I get on Facebook and somebody wants to, a man wants to friend me, even some women, I go straight to their profile and I look at it. So I'm going to show you this guy. Now, I hate that when the phone does that to me. It's going to disrupt me. I already know that. But I'm not afraid of showing his name because that's not his real name. So I'm not offending him in any way. And that's not his real picture. That's a picture of an innocent man that this guy has stole his identity. Did he steal his name too? I don't know. But if this person is you and this picture messes you or it's a friend of yours, call the FBI and report it to the crime unit. The crime unit is Internet Crime Complaints at the Crime Center. So you would report that to the FBI. I'm not invading his privacy at all, okay? And you'll see, as my phone messes with me and makes me delay in my talking, you'll see what I mean. So I want to go to his profile. All right? When he gets to his profile, he did, when I started talking to him in March, we did have 7 mutual friends. I said, okay, you got mutual friends? Okay, I'm going to be your friend. But it looks like he lost 5 of them. But let's look at his profile. Where does he work? He doesn't work anywhere. What is his education? He's never gone to school. But he's lived in Chicago, Illinois. He's a man. He has a birth date. And he's single. And the only place he's been since 22 is Chicago. You know? That's iffy. But since he had 7 mutual friends, I say, okay, you can be my friend. But I'm going to watch you. And I did. And the phone took me where I didn't want to be. I swear, I had the hardest time doing my videos. But anyway, on March the 14th, I believe it was the first time he ever connected with me. All right? So we do our small talk and everything. And he asked me if I live in DeLand. If you look at my profile, you're going to find everything's correct. I have nothing to hide. I am who I say I am, except on Facebook. I got scared during the beginning of COVID, and I changed my last name because I didn't want to be on the death panel, and I lost my old Facebook. You know, they were so busy killing the elderly. I thought they would get me too. So someday I'll go back and I'll change my name correctly. Every time I go, I forget my password, though. But anyway, he was very, we talked for a long time. And in the beginning, you know, it was very simple, but he called me darling. I'm going, I'm not your darling. And right there, that was a red flag. Why are, if we're going to be friends, why are you going to call me darling, right? So, then he asked me if I live in the land. Yes, I do. It's in my profile. I do live in the land. And then he told me he lives in Paisley. Okay, this is a good place for me to ask a question. I go, oh, is that in Oklahoma? Because most of my friends are in Oklahoma. He goes, no, that's Florida. So I look it up. It's about 40 miles from me. So I ask him, do you work in Disneyland? But remember, when we got back to his profile, he didn't have a job, but now he's a doctor. He's a neurosurgeon for pediatrics, and he works at Doctors Without Borders. So that means he's not in the United States. That is another red flag. And then he goes and he tells me he doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he's great, he's wonderful, he's a family man, blah, blah, blah. See, these keep popping up on me, so this is going to make me delay what I'm talking about. He asked me, you know, what is your sign? I tell him I'm a Cancer. And if you look at my profile, I was born in September. That'll make me a Virgo. He tells me he's born in May. That would make him a Gemini or a Taurus. Gemini? I think it'd make him a Gemini, but it would make him an Aries anyway. So he's not, once you start lying, you know, you can't quit lying. And he's a man of principle. He's loyal. He's energetic. He's got all these good things going to him. And I asked him, I said, why are you trying to sell yourself to me? And I asked him, do you want a green card? He says, I'm already a citizen. What about you? I tell him I need a green card. I got to get out of Utah. Too many Mormons in Utah. I need a green card so I can move. And then he answers, oh no, you want to relocate to another state now? I told him I lived in the land. If this is a real relationship, he would be holding on to my every word, wouldn't he? You need a green card to travel to out of Utah? Yeah, those Mormons hold your hostages. That's a joke. No, that's a joke, Mormons. That's a joke. Anyway, he goes on and on. And he asked me what my hobbies are. I tell him I love to go to lakes and all of that. And, you know, we just do the basic conversation. So now we're at March the 25th. He wants to see some pictures. Cool. That's okay. I'm not giving him any, but I give him a big runaround. Then let's see, we're going to move on. I'm still darling. Now, so you have a boyfriend? Are you in a relationship, right? I said, oh no, I broke up with Miles. Oh wow, that's so nice, baby. You don't have a boyfriend. But I really like you and I want to know you more. And then he talks about, do I go to church? Am I godly? And I go, yes, I want to go to church. And he goes, great, I love going to church. We can get together and go to church. Then Easter comes and goes. We haven't gone to church. We haven't got together because he had to go out of the country to work. And let's see. April the 9th. I think this is where it starts. All right, dear. It's been great. If you would just start something beautiful before I arrive. What am I going to start beautiful before I arrive? I don't know. He says, I'll be back home soon, so you need to be getting ready for me. Now I'm gorgeous. And I'm amazing. And he asked me how I've been. So I put in the kicker. I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. And wealthy doesn't mean I'm wealthy with money, right? Wealthy means I'm wealthy. I have abundance of love. I have abundance of friends. I'm wealthy. Oh, that's so good to hear, he says. What are you doing today? I'm going shopping at the flea market. And this is April the 12th. And April the 12th. Okay, darling, could you please get something for me there? If he's out of the country, what am I going to pick up for him? How am I going to give it to him? He wants a gift card. That's another no-no. Anybody who wants a gift card is wanting money. And so I told him they didn't have that at the flea market. So that's fine. If he can't have that one, he'll have this one. So we made it almost a month before he asked me for money. But he kept asking me questions that I never really did answer. And I said, what do you need a gift card for? He says, I need to get a thing for my device so we can communicate. Are we not communicating? Right? We're communicating. So I keep going because I want him to ask me for money. I want him to ask me for money. Yes, it costs $200. So I need to get a gift card for $2. I'm going to tell him, well, can't we do it by snail mail? I'm hoping to get something more specific to give to the FBI, but I guess he does it the way he wants to. And I asked him what's going to cost. And he said, well, it can cost, he's talking about the gift card. I'm talking about shipping it. And he said it can cost $50, $100, or $200. And I asked him about the postage again. There's my things. He says, any amount you're able to afford. You can give me any money you can afford. So, I keep putting him off because I want that direct line. But he's not giving it to me. And okay, now he's avoiding what I'm saying. And he's right here, he says, darling, all you have to do is open the Amazon card once you purchase it. Scratch the designated area. Snap a photo of both the receipt and the card and send them to me right away. Why right away? Because they will expire in an hour. Once I scratch that card, it's going to expire in 1 hour. So I have to hurry up and get it to him. Now, I would say with uncertainty that this guy is a catfish. Okay? And so I signed off. Oh, while he's waiting for me, he sends me a song by Michael Bolton, Missing You Now. That was really a tearjerker song. Oh, you have to work. Oh, I miss you. It was really good. And then I quit talking to him, and he just keeps on, and then he starts calling me because I told him I got the card, So I wanted to build up his anticipation, and so after a while, he thinks he's lost me. So he says, darling, can you forget about the so-called card, and we can just talk more and get to know each other better, okay? Well, he thinks he's still got me on the string. He doesn't have me on the string. So that was my catfish on Facebook. And then I picked up a catfish here on YouTube. And I put that to sleep right away. But that's not the end of my adventures with my phone. Then I get a call on the phone. No, I get a text. Let's see if I can find the text. I might have deleted it. I might have deleted it. But this guy, he sends me a message and he says, do you remember me? And I said, no, I don't remember you. You're not in my record of phone. I said, can you send me a picture? And he did. And I did not like it at all. My phone number's out in the public. And I'm not sure who I would report him to since that was on my personal phone. But he sent me a picture that I did not appreciate. And then he asked me questions. I did not appreciate it. And I told him, I said, I'm blocking you. And he goes, why? Why? Because you're a nasty, yucky man. So anyway, if I haven't bored you to death with my stories, the main thing you need to know is you don't give these people any money. They're never going to love you, and they're never going to come and see you. And when you give them $1, then they're going to have another emergency, or their plane ticket got canceled, or just all kinds of things that the money just keeps going and keeps going and keeps. If we can't afford to give our neighbor $2.14 for a gallon of milk, how can we afford to give a stranger money online? If we can't put food on our table, how can we afford to put food on his table? He's not going to share his food with you. He's not going to share his world with you. All he's going to do is take and take and take. And if you're a young teenager, always talk to your parents. Don't go behind their back. This is a dangerous, dangerous world. And, if you search the internet, you're going to find all kinds of horrid stories where these catfish have come out and victimized people. Now, there are catfish that are just lonely, and maybe they're ashamed to show their face. So you have to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. But the minute you see they're a predator, cut your ties, cut them immediately, and call the FBI. This is a serious matter. This is a very serious matter. How hard we try to support our families, to support ourselves, and these predators are going, oh, my family's hungry. Oh, I have this emergency. Oh, I have to fix my device. Oh, I need some money so I can fix our wedding honeymoon thingy. When we get married. Oh, I want to pay for the adoption for our children I found that need, these little orphans need a home. The stories they're going to tell you are endless. And, you're a compassionate person. You're full of love. We always want to give. That's our nature. Our nature is to give. Our nature is to love. But it should not be our nature to be a victim and to be taken advantage of. My sister-in-law, she had a predator contact her. And he wanted her to mule money. Thank God I talked her out of it. But there is no limit to these people who want to prey upon you. You just got to be savvy. And by all means, if you don't believe the words I say, please Google catfish. Please Google predator. Please Google sex trafficking. Not only men, not only women, but children are at risk online. We got to take our family and put them in our loving hands and protect them from the evil outside this world. If your kids are going to be on a date site, just educate them so they be there safely. And never go to meet a stranger if he happens not to be a catfish, but actually date. Take that with caution too, because still yet you might be bumping into another predator. I think the old-fashioned way of meeting people is still the best way. And these dating sites, they're very depressing. I used to go on the dating sites. It's just, you would find a perfect match, right? He does what you like. He says what you like. You do what he likes. You say what he likes. And he says, you're not good enough. Of course I'm good enough. Of course I'm good enough. So I don't do the date sites anymore. I don't know. I'm just, oof. But I do want to say, even though I messed up my talk a little bit, I try to be brief and get to the point of the matter. And remember, I sell my essential oils. You'll find the link in my description. And like, share, and subscribe. I'm always talking about something that comes into my day. And we never know what's going to come into my day, whether it's catfish or perverts. It's a good life. Praise the Lord. Watch over you. I love you.